It was great. It was a bit of hard work.
Yeah, we were touring quite a lot at the start of the year, which was a lot of fun. Did some of the biggest shows we've ever done. Then we've had quite a lot of time at home, which has been unusual for us, but I think it was a break that we probably needed.
Yeah.
It gave us time to reflect on everything that had happened to us. And
there's an architect's baby now.
Yeah, Dan had a baby.
Which is lovely.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been nice to be home for a little bit. But we're ready to go again now.
It was mad. It was
terrifying.
Yeah, it was sheer terror. But it was it was so fun. I mean, this band was never supposed to play venues that big. It was never something that we set out to do. We were just so blown away by the support of our fans, and that night was so special for everyone involved. I think it was a real special moment for us.
Felt like a big achievement, didn't it?
It did, yeah. Yeah, it felt like a okay, right, this is the new level of our band.
Maybe not a turning point.
Yeah.
Maybe just a nice little...
You're doing alright.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
One day.
Wembley's next, so
yeah.
Keep going, yeah.
I think what happened to us was the motivation to do it, because obviously we wanted to keep the band going. We weren't sure if we could for a little while maybe, but it was very important to us to keep Architects alive and keep making music. So we had all the motivation we needed. It was just trying to work out whether we could actually do it, and it took a little while of Josh and Dan collaborating and writing some songs and stuff together, and then we kind of had a starting point.
It's always something that we wanted to do. It's just something that we didn't know whether we would be able to do it. So it was just sort of, as Ali said, just figuring it out and all pulling in the same direction, and we got there in the end. A couple of months.
It was a number of months.
Yeah, a lot of time with vocals were taking up a lot of time, but
yeah,
we did it with Nolly Get Good, who used to play bass in Periphery, and we recorded at Middle Farm Studios, and then me and Dan recorded the vocals in Brighton, and it went on a bit, but I think it was always going to take a while to figure out how we were going to do it without Tom. So you do see some people online. I was talking to Dan about it the other day that are like, hurry up, release a record. It's like
we've been through a lot.
We've been through a fair amount
for a start, and it hasn't been that long.
It's been 2 years in between albums, so Tool haven't released one in 10 years. So.
But we're not going online about it, but we are moaning about a lack of that.
Yeah,
but we're allowed to after.
Yeah, 10 years is fine. 2 years.
Give us a break.
Come on. I don't know. I think we've always had quite a lot of melody in the band, so I think it was a natural sort of progression. I think we always enjoy doing like the good pitching choruses and making them come across really cool and anthemic, and I don't know. Yeah, it's not something that we set out to do. It's just once you start writing a few songs, the vibe of the record kind of takes over, and you just go where it pulls you.
Doesn't really feel like a new thing.
No, yeah.
You've always been singing man.
Yeah.
At some points. But yeah, maybe there's more of it maybe.
There's more stadium choruses.
A lot more work has gone into the melodic side of the band.
Yeah. Yes and no. I think it was something that needed to be done. Something that wasn't always enjoyable at times. It was a hard record to make, I think, especially for Dan. But I think the cathartic side of it comes from when we start playing the songs live. I think that's when we get that sort of vibe off of it and take a bit of strength from it.
Recording this album has helped us all in a way deal with what's happened and going on tour and playing it to people will be like it was on the last one.
For sure.
Needed to do it. It helps you kind of get through those difficult periods.
I think it was nice for all of us to have something that we were all focused on and all working on. But yeah, I think for Dan, I think some of it was particularly difficult to bring up, some of the stuff. It's actually been really nice. You know, Tom is sort of scattered throughout the record, whether it be full songs or just moments here and there. It's nice that for our first record without him, he's still very much a massive part of it. You know, the record is essentially the six of us, which is great because, you know, we're always going to be Tom's band, and
he'll always continue to have an influence on what we're doing as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like if we're kind of trying to make a creative decision, I think just through how we've sort of functioned as a band over the years, his point of view is always going to be considered.
Yeah.
They say the good die young, no use in saying what is done, cause it's not enough. And when the night gives way, it's like a brand new doomsday. What will be?
It came around through when we were actually demoing and recording the vocals for this album, for Holy Hell. Just because me and Dan were enjoying tracking some of the melodic vocals, and we just thought it would be nice to show how vulnerable the lyrics were for Doomsday, which may have got lost in some of the heavier moments of the song. So yeah, it was nice to kind of take the song down to its bare bones and yeah, show that real vulnerability that's there within the lyrics.
I saw a girl, a woman, crowd surfing over here, and I'm not gonna fucking point the piece of shit out that did it, but I saw you fucking grab at her boob. I saw it. It is fucking disgusting, and there is no fucking place for that shit.
No, because I didn't know we were being filmed. I also had no idea that it was a thing within the metal community, because I've never seen it before. That was the first time I'd ever seen it, and I was, you know, you see my reaction in the video. I was very shocked by it. I just think if you're a decent human being, when you see something like that, you have to say something, and not, you know, I wasn't doing anything special. I just was saying what I saw. So much so that we didn't even really talk about it after the show at all. We just sort of went on about what we were doing, you know, called him out, and then it went online, and I went to bed and woke up and it had blown up, and everyone from like CBS News to the New York Post was talking about it. You know, it was pretty crazy. But I think the real shocking thing was just that I had no idea how many people were affected by things like that happening at shows. You know, you just had no idea, and seeing so many people saying thank you so much, this has happened to me. It was really an eye-opener. So yeah, since then we've started working with Girls Against and Safe Gigs for Women, are a couple of organisations, but I'd like to think that if you come into an Architect show, you know that shit's not acceptable.
What did you buy yesterday?
The last record I bought was George Harrison, Somewhere in England. It's a great record. A lot of the vinyls I buy are old. You know, I bought Stevie Wonder the other day as well. I bought Ali a vinyl the other day. I bought a John Lennon record that I thought Ali would like.
Sam has Beatlemania. He's been recently diagnosed with it, and he's trying to spread it to all around him, so he doesn't have to suffer alone.
All I see is just diamonds, just Lucy in the Sky of Diamonds, just everywhere I look.
It's a great record though.
Yeah, but no, the vinyl's so cool. I think seeing it grow again is amazing, and it's such a cool thing. Especially, we love it, and especially as a band, you know, getting to pick the colour variants and stuff that we're doing.
It's nice. It's nice to have a physical product to release as well, because a lot of time goes into, you know, making the artwork for an album, and a lot of people will just see the cover on Spotify or whatever, which is fine. But then you get people that want to buy all the fancy packaged versions, and they look fantastic.